wanted to spend a little time exploring the second half of the first phrase of Bach's Bourrée in E minor. This was by special request to look at some theory aspects and the progression aspects of this piece. So I thought I would take a look and slow it down and really see what's going on here in terms of bass line and progression. So right off the bat, we have a 1-5-1. This is G, 3-5-4. And coming to D7. This is 2 and 3 on string 6 and 2. Now I'm elaborating the line, so maybe I'll just play the what's written. Very, very tidy 1-5-1. Chord tones. Chord tones, first inversion in the bass, F sharp in the bass for a D chord, Do, Re, Mi. Put that third in the bass. Then root in the bass, D, with the fifth in the melody, up to the flat 7. That's the same thing in a whole step up to A minor. He almost uses that later. So what I'm saying is these little progressions, these little moves that Bach makes during this piece, you can expand them out and use them to explore other key areas, to use as modulations, and just to use as vocabulary to get your fingers moving and your brain working on 1-5-1. Then this is same as we had first inversion D here. This is G over B, or G first inversion, Do, Re, Mi. 3 is in the bass, and it's the same. Going from G over B to C. This is a 10th. So 10 scale degrees from the root to this E here, an octave and a third higher. So here's a third. It's a little dense and it's hard to move the voices without them bumping into each other very soon. So one of the things on guitar is we have to get the voices far enough away that we have some latitude to play with. So G over B. I like that third and fourth finger fingering. But right away, we get E, first inversion. So instead of D over F sharp or G over B, we have E7 basically resolving to A minor. This is just 4 and 4 on string 6 and 3. We're reaching out to get the flat 7 here at the 7th fret. That's a D, flat 7. Hope you hear how those all work as a movable modulation device. That's going right up the scale using that same device, and I'm landing on the chord scale members of G, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D7, E minor, etc. So now he continues the tension. Look, it's our friend. First inversion. He's used it all over the place in this. It's also one of the reasons there's so much thematic unity, is it's this sound of contrary motion. Resolving a 5 to 1. So D7 is the 5 of G, E7 is the 5 of A minor. We're eventually going to get F sharp 7 to B minor, and here we have A over C sharp, the 5 of D. So we've added some notes from outside the diatonic framework. If this thing is really in E minor, or in the key of G, key of 1 sharp is how I like to think of it. Then we've added some G sharp. We're going to have A sharp going to B. We have C sharp. If you look at any Bach manuscript, usually within the first 4 bars or so, he's already introduced an accidental to that key. So often it's the flat 7, which means he's modulating up a 4th. If we're in G major, and I hit that flat 7, it makes the key of 4 sound like home. Kind of unavoidable hearing it any other way. Other thing will happen is that the second degree will be flattened. And we'll get, even though I started out in A minor here, if I put, it's going to sound like we're modulating up a 4th to D minor. So very often in a key signature you'll see flat 7 or flat 9 in a minor key that Bach introduces right away to get something going, and he's always looking to explore related keys, things that are 4ths higher or below, or relative minors of any of those keys. If any of this theory stuff scares you, don't worry. With exposure, your comprehension will get better, and you'll start to recognize that we're mostly just talking about scale degrees, chord construction, common chord progression, and then some things farther afield, but not much. So we were here. A, basically A7 to D. But then a little 5-1. This is F sharp to B minor, 6 and 6, reaching out, just as we, to B minor, 7 and 7. Then he's got this nice thing. This is the 5 chord, F sharp 7, with a little suspension. It's going to end up in E minor. So lovely line. Flat 7 in the bass, 7 and 6, 9 on the 4th string. Then our 3rd here, F sharp and A sharp. And then kind of backing out. This is E and B with a C sharp. You'll hear that brightening where the next phrase leads us to B7, where he's going to start a cycle beginning on E minor. This is the 5 of E minor. So to review, we've had G and it's 5, A minor and it's 5, B minor and it's 5, C and it's 5, G. We've had A7 going to D. So he's really making, if we look at it, all of those bass pitches between 1 and 5 have been used chromatically. So I hope this has been of interest. It's not too overwhelming, I hope. We're just looking at it really slowly and trying to take a look at the progressions that happen, but mostly to open your ears and your thought process to include non-diatonic tones and to know what the implication is. So if we have a G sharp in the key of G, what does that mean? Well, it's probably the 5 of the thing it's leading to. If we have A sharp, it's probably the 5 of B. If we have C sharp, it's probably the 5 of D. And when I say 5 of, I'm meaning in first inversion. So I hope this has been good for your ear, good for the mind, and been of some interest or inspiration to you. Let me know if you have further questions or comments down below. If you can, please like, share, and leave a comment. And I really am enjoying sharing these ideas with you. I hope you're enjoying receiving them and that they spark some inspiration for your own musical journey. I wish you a very good day.